You guys all like art. 80% of you even create art. I know that because I did a survey, and you guys can't hide that from me anymore. So, with that being said, this is me officially pleading with you all. Read some comic books, please. Read anything that is a comic book, manga, graphic novel. You gotta try it. I know this is seen as a deeply unserious space of art. Like it is. It's just seen as stupid. It's seen as like childish. And I mean, like, I can't lie. A lot of it is. A lot of it is dumb. But there is potential in this medium like no other, and it is the most slept on, right? First of all, comic books have a unique ability to basically show off the visual arts, auditory arts, and the passage of time, right? The way that they position panels in comic books is actually one of the coolest things ever. If you want a full deep dive on this, read Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud, right? This is a very good book. It's super influential in the comic industry. It just goes into how this all works, how comics work, why they work that way, how comics can demonstrate the passage of time, and sound and audio and visuals and all that, right? But obviously, since I don't want you to click off this video and go read it, I want you to listen to this. I'll explain a little bit of it here, right? In between each comic panel, there's a little bit of white space, right? When you are reading a comic book, that white space serves as the amount of time passing in between each panel, right? Obviously, not every comic book. Some artists just like make it spacey for no reason. But a skilled comic artist is keeping track of this. They're making it so that every little detail counts. This demonstrates the passage of time. This demonstrates how long people are talking. This can demonstrate a conversation going on. And that is a unique ability. That is something that only film can do, right? And you can't read films, like duh. Comic books are the only way this can happen in literature, right? On top of that, sound, right? Comic books are unserious, as I said. They oftentimes can be unserious. But with that unserious nature comes some allowances that you don't get in other mediums. For an example, when somebody punches something, you can put a big boom right next to it. That's awesome. Like I can't stress this enough. Having big sound effects and things genuinely triggers like so much excitement in things. It can make something so much more real, right? That's an ability of comic books that, once again, only films have. Music also has this, but less so because a lot of music is not directly telling a story about something, right? So when it comes to showing sound in a story, that's a comic book thing only, right? So we've already covered that comic books can show the passage of time along with sound, right? Those are two pretty big things. What other medium can do that besides film, right? On top of that, of course, there's visuals. Somebody like an Alex Ross, search up his work if you've never seen it, it's beautiful, has literally made comic books that are just full oil paintings of the most beautiful art showing things happening. That is something, how many times do you get to see a painting next to each other a million times that tells you a story? Never. It's only in comic books or in select pieces in museums, right? But you can't bring that home. Comic books you can bring home and see beautiful art laid out all the time, right? So what do we have here? We have visuals, paintings, beautiful art shown everywhere, right? We have sound and we have time. Three giant things. I know what you're asking though. I know what you're thinking, right? Dice. Why wouldn't I just go to the movies? Movies can do all these things. Movies can show the passage of time. It can show crazy visuals, especially if you're a skilled director. There's sound design, and you get music in movies too, which I mean, very few comic books can do that unless you just play it alongside. I hear you, but you're wrong. There's one thing that comic books can do that make it even better. Dialogue. Now I know what you're thinking. Movies already have dialogue. I'm sure you've all read a book here though. You've all read a book before, right? You understand that having complex, amazing dialogue in the written word is very different than amazing dialogue in a movie, right? There can be great dialogue in a movie. There can be intense scenes. There can be the whole 9 yards, but it'll never be the same as having that written in front of you for you to analyze, for you to dissect, for you to devour in front of you, right? So how do you get that? Well, you get it in books, but books don't have the sound, they don't have the time passing, they don't have the visuals, right? Obviously, it's just a bunch of words on a page, which is a whole other great thing in its own right, but we're talking about comics here. They have all these things plus the amazing dialogue of novels. Truly, I say this with my whole chest. I love painting more than anything. I love writing more than anything. I like drawing too, but painting and writing are definitely my two biggest things. With that being said, if there is a medium that I would crown the best medium of art, It's comic books. It's the most versatile. There's nothing like it. Genuinely, the unserious nature of comic books has made people sleep on the fact that it's a genuinely complex medium that can do insane amounts if you let it, right? This comes with a price, though, of course. Like I said, this is a deeply unserious medium at times, right? There is Spider-Ham in the comic book world. Spider-Ham, there's a comic named Spider-Ham. You're looking at that and you're like, come on, like, how could this be a real serious thing? And I get it, I do. I think that maybe it's a little bit closed-minded, but we've all been there, we've all thought this, right? Well, you gotta dig through. When you dig through, it's worth it, trust me. Of course, we've all heard the recommendations of like Watchmen, right? Watchmen's the big one where it's like, if you like books, you should read Watchmen because it's like a book, but it's a comic book. Listen, I mean, Watchmen's great. I would never deny that. It's kind of like the Beatles of comics where like you got to be like, yeah, no, Watchmen, it's the best thing ever. It's great. Like I love Abbey Road. But like, you know, we all got our personal favorites that do things just as well as that maybe are a little less known. Read Watchmen if you haven't read Watchmen. It's great. It's fun. It's cool. Read it. Alan Moore's a good writer. I think he's also, if you like Watchmen, he's great in V for Vendetta. He has a very long run on Swamp Thing that's really great. But come on, we both know why you're here. You're here for things you can't hear somewhere else, right? You're here for a comic book recommendation that you haven't heard before, right? Well, I'll go through a couple basic ones first because I think that's a good thing to do. First of all, Sandman, Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman is a novelist. He wrote Sandman. One of the best comics ever. It's considered that for a reason. If you're looking for something that has deep themes, great dialogue, and uses all these things I just talked about, Sandman is the book for you. It's crazy, it's great, it's imaginative, it's a great book. It really is. It's something, there's something special about Sandman, right? Believe the Netflix series just got canceled. There was a series on Netflix though, no idea how good it is, never watched it, right? As far as manga goes, you guys need some manga too, of course, right? One Piece is the obvious one, but I get it. One Piece is like 1,100 something chapters. I get if you're like, I'm not reading that, right? You're wrong. You're definitely wrong, and someday you'll see how wrong you are, but I respect it. I gotta respect it, right? Goodnight Poon Poon. Monster. 2 series right there. Some of the best things you'll ever read in your life. They will change your life. This medium, when you allow it to be, is not only is it just amazing, it's serious. It's serious stuff. It can do insane things. Now, I also feel I should come here with some superhero recommendations. You know, we're coming off the heels of Superman, Fantastic Four coming out, something of 2 summer blockbusters, if you will. So what superhero books should you read? Well, Animal Man by Grant Morrison, my favorite superhero book ever. It's about a guy who gets powers to impersonate an animal, and he comes into the superhero scene as just a normal guy trying to raise a family, and it is not only is it super entertaining, but by the end ends up being a whole meta commentary on comic books in general, superheroes, and all these things. Definitely read Animal Man. Also, it doesn't hurt if you are liking these 2 movies, which I'm sure some of you are here being like, I just watched these movies, give me something. Read either the original Jack Kirby and Stan Lee run of Fantastic Four from the 60s. It's one of the most influential things literally ever put to paper. It is great. It still holds up. It's fun. It's imaginative, and it's like the basing of all sci-fi superhero stuff, right? It's totally read that. Or the Jonathan Hickman one if you want something more modern. I get it if you do. Superman, read the 86 run. Read the John Byrne run. It's classic. That's Superman. No other Superman exists. It's that Superman. So yeah, start there. Definitely, if you like comic books, or if you're like, I kind of think these could be cool, do it. It is a medium that is the most slept on artistic medium. I'm trademarking that. That's my take. This is the painting, still rocking with this same color palette. Honestly, what I wanted to do today was just go all green because I love this green. This green has something to it. It's something special. I like this green a lot. It's deep. It's like the green. Like this is the green. You know what I mean? Like I sound insane right now. Like this is like, when you imagine green, this is the green. Like, because every green you see out there is like a little too dark, it's a little too lime, it's a little too bright. This is green. This is green right here. Awesome. This painting's not good because I did a good job. It's good just because like this is a good green. Like this is an awesome green. Yeah. Go follow the Instagram. Be on the lookout for all of these color block paintings once the series wraps up. Let me know. Have you guys ever checked out comic books before? If so, what are some of your favorites? And until next time, guys, gals, and pals, my name is Max Dice. This has been Paint and Talk episode 218. I'm here every morning, painting and talking with you all.